Hello and welcome once again in my channel. I am Captain Aziz Azim, Boeing 737 flight instructor, with a video presentation containing some important information about stress in aviation that is essential to know. So through this session we will learn how to recognize stress, common sources, its impact on pilots' performance, and at the end we'll have a discussion about the procedures and the techniques to manage stress before things go wrong or out of the control. Okay, colleagues, starting from the definition, what is stress? Stress is the body's natural response to pressure imposed on it, and we face plenty of it in aviation. Pilots do not want to have stress while on duty. They always seek a stress-free work environment, which is not possible in practice. While stress is the enemy of the safety and effective performance, having little of it is beneficial. So let me explain to you why. Being scheduled for a flight, there is not a guarantee that things will go fine without a single abnormality or emergency. Having a general view of the flight, alternate airports routes, and engine failure procedures, aircraft performance in hot seasons, and plenty of such abnormalities that we may encounter should build little stress that can urge the pilots to review the procedures and to be ready for the flight mentally. Let's have a look on common sources of stress that pilots are facing, knowing that there are plenty of stressors in aviation, starting from the ground to the cockpit. From the environmental factors to the workload, fatigue, to the organizational issues, all are the factors that can build stress and fatigue, which can significantly impact pilots' well-being and performance, affecting the safety of the flight. Environmental stressors are related to the environment, which can either be the personal life or work. Examples related to the work environment are confined space of the cockpit, noise, vibration, poor air quality, and exposure to cosmic radiation and high altitude. Time pressure and workload are two other factors. Having a tight schedule, like flights coming one after another, dealing with complex systems and system failures during the flights. Irregular hours and shift work are also some stressors which play an important role. Flying long hours without break, jet lag, and sleep disruption can disrupt the circadian rhythms and can lead to fatigue and stress. Organizational factors or management issues are also among the stressors. If pilots feel that they do not have support from the management and there are conflicting goals or poor communication, together can be an obvious stressor. Job insecurity due to economic climate, the rise of low-cost carriers or zero-hours contracts can lead to stress and to let the pilots always think that they may lose their job. Some stressors are sourced from the personal life. Frequent flying and being away from home and family can cause social isolation and loneliness. Being away from parties and friends can contribute to stress. Pilots themselves can also be a source of stress. Some pilots and flying crew are stress creators. They mostly create problems for themselves without knowing it and think that they are always right. This is covered under the title of the personality traits or personal characteristics like being impatient, irritability, or having a strong need for achievement. Amazing to say that experience and skills can also help to build stress. Experience and skills can help pilots cope with some situations. So they can also create stress if they cause the pilot to feel a strong sense of responsibility and or to dealing with unexpected problems. So as of now, we have general view and knowledge of stress and stressors. Now let's talk about impact of stress on pilots' performance. Stress significantly impacts pilots' performance, leading to errors and decreased safety. Stress can reduce the cognitive flexibility, making it hard for pilots to adapt to unexpected situations. Important to know that physical and physiological effects of stress on our body. What are they? They include the increased heart rate, muscle tension, and fatigue. Stress can also cause anxiety and depression, impacting a pilot's overall well-being and ability to cope with the demands of the job. Under stress, pilots might exhibit a tendency to take more risks or to make impulsive decisions, overlooking critical safety procedures. Managing stress effectively during flight is crucial for pilots, and there are various techniques. Before the flight, pilots should make sure that they are well rested, had healthy and required food and energy, have breathed themselves, and an easy way to remember all steps is to follow the I am safe checklist, emphasizing on the letter S for stress. During the flight time, so make sure to focus on your priorities: aviate, navigate, communicate. Use the autopilot to reduce the workload. Take a few slow and deep breaths if things are escalating. Most important of all, do not hesitate to speak up or ask for help. Always remember not to take stress from flight home. So this way, after the flight, take time to debrief with your crew, reflecting on what went well and what could improve, and give yourself time to rest and recover both physically and mentally. There is a close relation between CRM and stress. So remember, colleagues, CRM or crew resource management is your greatest ally in managing cockpit stress. Some elements of CRM helps you to manage the stress, and they are, for example, by communicating, by backing each other up, by sharing the workload, and by preventing small issues from escalating into the large problems. If you find that the stress is affecting your sleep, focus, or general well-being, do not ignore it. Reach out to a flight doctor, aviation physiologist, or peer support program. Getting help is not a weakness. It's part of being a responsible professional flight crew. So, as final thoughts, as pilots, we are trained to handle complex systems and make critical decisions, but managing our mindset is equally important. Make stress management part of your flight decisions because a healthy pilot is a safe pilot. So, as we conclude this presentation on stress management in aviation, I hope you gained valuable insights into how stress can affect the performance, and more importantly, how we as aviation professionals can effectively recognize, manage, and mitigate it. Remember, safety in aviation begins with a clear mind. Whether you are in the cockpit or on the ground, managing stress is not a luxury, it's a necessity. So stay proactive, communicate, support your team, and never hesitate to ask for help when needed. Wishing you blue skies, safe flights, and a healthy, balanced mindset. Until next time, take care and fly safe.